Okay, guys, sorry, I wanted to break that into two parts for you so that it would upload quickly before we left the hotel. Here is the juicy part. Okay, guys, first of all, these messages are no longer on Instagram. They have since been deleted, but Bravo Boo account on Instagram does such a great job of capturing these kinds of comments and stuff like this that happens on Instagram and Twitter, and they get it before it gets deleted. So I did repost on Instagram. I would love to share it with you guys on YouTube, but I doubt that YouTube would allow for the community guidelines the screenshots of these comments because they are very, very, very vulgar. So try to follow me. For instance, one of them says, "Take it in the ASS from behind by your beast of a husband." The other one says, "Go put something in your mouth and suck it through a straw. Ronald's D and be quiet." Yeah, guys, there's more. It was very, very, very vulgar. But Erika Jayne is trying to make a point here, guys. Do you guys see the point she's trying to make? Because Ronald's saying, like, leave my wife out of it. My wife doesn't have anything to do with this case, doesn't have anything to do with you. Why are you attacking her on Instagram? And Erika is basically saying, without saying it, is that if Ronald's wife has nothing to do with, Ronald's cases and Erika shouldn't attack her, then what does the difference between Erika not having anything to do with Tom's cases and people attacking her? That's what she's doing. Do you guys pick up on that? She's saying it without saying it, because anytime Ronald basically says, like, my wife, she doesn't have anything to do with your cases. Why are you harassing her and saying these nasty things to her on Instagram? And that's why, guys, because she wants to prove the point that she is innocent and didn't have anything to do with the stolen money from the orphans and the widows. And that she also, I don't know, guys, she had those earrings and she didn't want to return them. And I feel like that really made her look bad in the press, and it made her look bad to viewers, guys, because it's like, you don't say anything much about the victims that you feel, any sort of like nothing about them. Okay. We don't hear anything about them, which I don't even know what would be appropriate. I'm sure her attorneys do tell her not to speak about it. However, if you have an opportunity to do the right thing and return something that Tom bought, whether it was for you or for somebody else, he used stolen money. So you have the opportunity to return something that's going to help give money back to the orphans, widows, and burn victims, okay? And she didn't do that. Now, here's an important thing I want to let you guys know. There are trustees in charge of the Girardi estate, if you will. So from my understanding is the trustees basically are keeping track of, they're taking care of the house, trying to get the house sold, whatever the case may be with that, any assets, and they're accumulating the money so that they can start to distribute it to the victims and the people that have filed the lawsuits. Now, typically the people who file first will get paid first. But it's important to know that the trustees, because who is paying the trustees, right? If Tom doesn't have any money and Erika doesn't have any money, who is paying them to get the money back for the victims? Is it the victim's attorney? No, it's got to be somebody from the court doing it. And so part of their fee is taking 40% of everything that they find and get back into the estate to, pay debts. They get 40% of that. 40%, guys, that's a big number. So that means that these victims are paying attorney fees twice, 3 times if you count the fact that they're back in court again, right? Because they had to pay Tom the first time that they went to court. He took his share of the settlement. He took the entire settlement. Then they had to hire an attorney to go back to court to sue Tom because they never got the funds. And now to get the funds, the trustees will take 40% of everything that they dig up, that they find, that they're able to get to the estate to get some funds in there. And so Ronald was involved with the trustee. He's, given us great information on the trustee. And again, guys, like, this is why it's so important. People saying, oh, Ronald Richards, you go so hard for Erika. But the thing is, guys, like, if we didn't have him and his, like, education, the legal background that he does have, those things are litigation, civil cases, those things are not easy to understand from an average person's perspective. So you have an attorney making themselves available on Twitter with their education telling viewers what's going on, letting people know when, motions have been filed, what the motion means, who's involved, who the players are, and then the man also answers people's questions. If you go on and comment, he will answer your question if it pertains to Erika, and the legal battles that she's involved in. And so I just don't think that, I think we should be thanking Ronald. Yes, he goes after Erika, but you know what? Nobody else is. So if Ronald Richards is taking one for the team and he's got a platform to call her out on her bullshit with these civil cases to get money for these orphans and widows and burn victims, good for him. Good for him. I'm just saying. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Ronald. And I'm saying don't go on Twitter and Instagram saying that he goes too hard for Erika, and that Erika should be able to go for his wife. I mean, who cares? That stuff's all petty. The wife can get a new Instagram. She can block Erika. It's just bad press for Erika. Really, it just makes her look bad. But again, guys, we have Ronald, and he's really helped viewers understand what is going on with these civil cases. And if it was up to Erika, she would be telling us some bullshit like she did last season about rolling the car and snowing in Pasadena, and just, a narrative that it would be her narrative, but it wouldn't be the truthful narrative, right, guys? Okay, don't eat me up in the comments. I can't help it. That's just how I feel. I appreciate Ronald Richards. I respect him. And I think that he is a very smart man, and he leaves his opinion, when it comes to do with the motions, legal issues or questions and explanations, he leaves his opinion out of it. But other things, he does state his opinion. So that's okay, right? Let me know what you guys think. Comment. Let me know if you follow Ronald Richards on Twitter and what you think of him. And then, of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn those notifications on.